Alright guys, this is the next solo guide. You should know what kind of gear you need by this point, so I'm just going to jump straight into the kill on how to solo next. First you want to come over here, activate your aura, and get everything set up. Put on your shield, start getting adrenaline off the minion. Just click it and start using basic abilities like shield abilities, and the first phase is pretty easy. I'm pretty sure I mess up a lot in this kill, but it just goes to show that even with like no experience, you can pretty much solo this boss. So right away, just start using basic abilities and make sure you're using your overtime ability. Mine missed right there, but make sure you use it because it's good. When that happens, just use freedom or anticipate and move over where I am, and go ahead and death swiftness. It's the easiest because then you can hit the minion when next gets to 160 hit points. And there we go, just go ahead and DPS Fumus and make sure you anticipate or freedom. It doesn't really matter, but you can do it to be safe. Now after I kill Fumus, I always put on my melee gear and switch over to my melee bar and switch my prayers because you need to do melee in this phase, otherwise Nex will follow you and bleed you. So go ahead, avoid the dark shadows, otherwise they can hit upwards to 4 to 5k, and just do like 1 to 2 hits, run away for like a couple ticks and go back. Really simple. You can also bring anti-poison. I just forgot it. Just keep doing that. See how I'm getting blood? You don't want to get blood because it stacks up a lot. And you can also use devote like pray range and use devotion, and it really helps because most of the attacks is going to be range based anyway because you're running back and forth. So yeah, just do this until you get next down to 120,000 and go over and kill the minion. Okay, there we go. The minion needs to be killed now. Just what I do is I just put on my Nox bow and DPS. Now you see how Nex starts to attack me. I completely forgot that she was melee distance, so it made the kill a little bit harder right here. But just don't panic and you'll get it. Like sometimes she does that just because, but it's not that hard. Now blood phase, I screwed up a lot on this, but what you want to do is you want to tag the Reavers right away and start building adrenaline off them, and maybe take a sip of your adrenaline potion and start DPSing next. You need to get her down to 80k. When you turn red, just use freedom or escape and get far enough away, and then run back to your death swiftness and just use rapid fire. Now I screwed this up a lot, and I made the kill run like an extra 2 or 3 minutes, and it was just a really big mistake because I don't know. Most of the time it's just luck anyway, but sometimes you have to eat and that kills your adrenaline a little bit. So you just gotta decide on what you need to do. So just make sure you're trying to you're aiming to kill at least one of the Reavers each time she spawns new ones, because they both heal 10k. So if you kill one, that's 10k less DPS you need to do against Nex. Also, don't hit Nex with any bleeds during this, otherwise she will heal instead of taking the damage. I just use my bleeds on the Reavers if possible, and it's pretty simple. You just need, like, this is like the hardest part about Nex, is just learning how to do this as a tank and soloing, but you just have to keep trying. A lot of it's just luck based and RNG with your hits. Like you see how I'm splashing a lot. You can also use Void. Void actually helps a lot on this, but you end up taking a lot more damage, so that might be something you're willing to consider. See, the mistake that I made in this blood phase is I failed to kill the Reavers, like, at all, so she kept healing a lot. But when you're in the middle of a kill, you don't really pay attention to that, and yeah, and see how I'm healing her when which says Siphon, don't attack, otherwise she'll heal, so I killed one of the Reavers, so I'm starting to get lucky with my hits, and eventually I get to kill the minion. But whenever like I run away from Nex, I'm always taking a minion just for the purpose of having to do less damage on the next time she spawns them. So like you see how she's healing right now, I always attack a minion and then I'll get back on Nex. When she demands a blood sacrifice, just keep running away, otherwise she's gonna heal 20k and hit you for 1000 damage. It's really easy. Just get out of there and you'll be fine. Also, tagging the minions for adrenaline is also a really good idea. So either way, attacking them while she siphons is a really good idea. I'm struggling with the kill right here because I didn't kill one of the minions because I thought I'd get lucky and I'd get to 80k, but I didn't. So, but I'll get to it right here, I think. And I'll be able to kill the minion and move on to ice phase. Yeah, it's right here. There we go, Core. Go and kill him like you normally would. Try to save your adrenaline for ice phase because ice phase can get kind of fucky. Like, I think I used my sign when I was trying to kill the minion, and I thought I killed the minion, but I didn't, and I got prisoned, which shouldn't have happened. But that's my fault. So just right here, just if she reds you, just run away, and then death swiftness, adrenaline potion, in pretty much a really easy phase. Make sure you have a shield too, cause like you're gonna want a shield. You can get through this in 1 to 2 ice prisons, or you can get through it in like 3 or 4, depending on if you want to camp your shield. And if you're gonna camp your shield, just use barricade and immortality, and make sure you're anticipating and freedoming the prisons. Otherwise, you're not gonna be able to eat. And what you want to do is, if you get prisoned and you don't have enough hit points, just keep drinking your brews, and you'll be fine. And then what I like to do sometimes is put my shield on because it takes away your prayer, and go ahead and res a hit, and sometimes it helps. See, right here I thought that I killed the minion, but I actually didn't, so don't make that mistake. I thought I was good to go, but yeah, see, I died. I got signed, but it didn't really matter. Like right here, I fucked up, but just make sure you're yeah, just freedom and anticipate the prisons, and you should be all right. And yeah, finally I recognize that the minion's not dead, and I go ahead and kill it. And I tag next to go into the Zyros phase. Zyros phase is pretty easy. All you really need to do is just DPS and walk on bleeds, and you'll pretty much get it in like 1 to 2 minutes, depending on how good your RNG is. So death swiftness, adrenaline potion, and then just walk underneath next to make your bleed double with a fragmentation shot. Just you want to double it, just make the DPS a little easier. And go ahead and just use thresholds, and you'll eventually get it. See, 400, then it switches to 800 because I walked next successfully, doubling the bleed. Whenever she soul splits, you can run around the room and she won't do as much damage to you, causing you not to heal as much. But I don't think it's really worth it. And I just stand in one spot and just DPS like you see. But sometimes it can be worth it. Make sure that you're not hurting yourself when she like protects from range, because sometimes she will do that. That's why I bring a melee switch in case it happens. Also for smoke phase. And, here you go. That's kill. And then make sure you surge away, because next is on you, and there's a drop. Onyx bolts E. Nice 3 mil in 10 minutes. Can't complain. And hope this guide helped, and make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Any questions, just ask in the comments. And thanks for watching.